Everyone, and welcome back to the Photoshop tutorial series that I'm doing. Today I'm going to teach you how to do some texturing, and this is very, very good for making thumbnails and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is just get the YouTube regions right now. So I just went to File, New, and then this popped up. So you either want to do 1280 by 720, or you can do 1920 by 1080. So I'm just gonna, I always do 1280 by 720. So there we go. Alright, so the first thing that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get some stuff off of Google Images, just random textures. I have a folder myself where I just have, as you can see, just a ton of random stuff here. Just some old guy, some hobo guy. I use that for editing my friends and stuff. But see, I have a ton of Minecraft stuff, just random stuff here. Where you can texture stuff. Connor, I'm just gonna embarrass you here. That's my friend Connor when he was like 6, having fun time on his scooter. So yeah, I don't know why I have I just have random photos. If I've photoshopped something before, it's in this folder. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get, say, a nice sort of texture, like something like this. This would count as a texture, so hopefully it'll let us put this in. Yeah, I thought there was a problem with that before. Let me look for something else. Alright, here's a good one. So you just wanna, once you've opened it, your file open, and then you find whatever you want, and then you can just, well, first thing you're gonna need is you're not gonna be able to drag it because it's locked. Right click, layer from background. Okay, now it's not locked. So, and then you just wanna literally hold down left click and drag it into the new tab, drop it in, and then just put it in the corner, and then hold shift and drag it like that, and then hit enter, and then there you go. So you have the first texture. So if we just zoom out here, it looks pretty damn cool at the moment, but there's a lot of things that you can do to this. A lot of stuff I wish I learned when I first learned Photoshop was all about texturing and whatnot. So I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time, drag that in. Alright, resize it to what I want it to be. So there we go. And then what you need to do, well, what I'm going to do with this before you do anything is I'm just going to click on that, image, adjustments, hue and saturation, and because it's purple at the moment and I don't want it to be purple when I mix the two layers together, I'm just going to turn it black and white. Or you could even, you know, adjust with that, but I'm not going to mess with that actually. Alright, then as you can see, as I was talking about the layers before, I can switch over the two layers like this. So all you need to do is click that and then go to here, and it will show you all of these options you can do to that image. And because this image is over that image, all I'm gonna do is go turn it to an overlay, and then you've got that. So it's overlaying that, adding that cool effect. It's as if sort of that image below it is made up of just this image here. And then I'll just adjust the opacity a bit just to make it look a bit better. So there you go. That's sort of something you can do with texturing. And a lot of people, when they're trying to make stuff will look really, really effective and whatnot, you want to make something look really cool, you can go up to texturing like 7 times just to make something look sort of what you want it to be. So, I mean, what else would somebody use in this? Somebody would probably, if you could use this, I guess, because it's got that sort of, those streaks of light. So if I just open that out by shift and alt, and you can drag it out from the center, you can just go like that. You can go overlay. You have that overlay again, looking, you know, looking different. You can tell me if it's better or not. It's all up to the person to decide whether it's better. And then there you go. I think I'm just gonna drag the opacity down a bit and maybe change the color of it, because blue doesn't really fit in with this, so we can make it any color we want, like that. that looks a bit better. Yeah, that's cool. And then maybe if you want it to be a bit more depth, just made a new layer with the new layer button. Got this here, so if you just bear in mind, that's what this texture is that I'm selecting right now. Put the layers back on. And I will just go to the color tool, go black, get my paint tool out, and we're at, okay, let's just make it a bit bigger. And then just drag that down the two sides like that. And then you're just gonna don't do the overlay with this one. But then, there you go. And then if you want like a flare, we can make a new layer. And lots of people do these things called flares. There's two ways to do flares. You can either do a flare where we have to select a layer to do this, and then you can just go to Filter, Render, Lens Flare. And then it gives you this little option. You can just add flares like that. I used to overuse flares. I don't really use them as much anymore. What I do if I want to make something look like it's shining or glowing is I would take a color from, you know, like the image, and then I would make it a tiny bit lighter, and I would go from the corner with my brush, and I would just paint sort of this bit here, and then make it lighter, do it inside a bit more, like that, and then I would go over to the layer tool again. This is how to make sort of like a texture like that, and I'd go screen, and then just turn the opacity a lot down, and there you go. It looks like there's a, and then you have this sort of lighting. If I just hit that, you can see the lighting. You can just constantly change it. So I have this lighting which I can adjust and flip around and do whatnot with. So yeah, that's another thing. And yeah, so say that's like the texture you want for like a YouTube banner, or just like, I don't know, a thumbnail. That is something really cool you probably wouldn't have been able to do, but it's very simple how to make. So there you go. I guess this is enough for this tutorial. I hope it helped you guys. If you have Photoshop, you can go and experiment with this. You can make a lot of cool stuff just with this technique. Next episode, I'm probably going to teach you a lot of stuff about textography, because there's a lot of stuff you can make. Like, if I just go, I'll just do a little example here real quick. If I go somewhere like this, there are people who, if they want a title, they would say thumbnail, if like epic thumbnail would go like that, right? But you can do it you can do a lot of stuff where you can just go, if I just went back, oops, I hit Control S by accident. Imagine it would look a lot better if you had that there, and just like epic here, and then put epic up there. It would look a lot better. So that's sort of another thing you can do. I'll teach you next episode, hopefully, if I remember, all about textography, and it will look a lot better than this. It's just rough, but yeah, you get what I mean. Thank you all for watching. Hope this helped, and I will see you next episode. Goodbye.